Hi everybody, it's me, CoCodeluxexX, aka your makeup bestie. Hello and how are you doing? Welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another video. I'm going to be playing in my makeup like I always do. Today the makeup is going to be Wet n Wild. I went through and I shopped my own makeup collection. Yes, I shopped my own makeup collection and I came out with a boatload of Wet n Wild products. That's going to be the star of today's video. As you can see, I came out with like a bag full of Juicy Couture bag that is full of Wet n Wild makeup. This bag here contains all of like the Complexion products, eyeshadows, everything like that. So that's all here. And then in my little basket here, I have got all of my Wet n Wild lipsticks that we're also gonna play with, you guys. Like I just love playing in makeup. Like, oh my God. So yeah, we are gonna be just everything Wet n Wild is what it's gonna be today, you guys. I don't know what look I'm going to be doing. Don't know how it's gonna look. Just know it's gonna be Wet n Wild. I shopped my own collection, which I've done before, but I'm really trying to not spend so much money on makeup because I'm trying to like challenge myself to not buy so much makeup now for a little bit, for the simple fact that I have so much. And even when I just recently went through to collect all my Wet n Wild stuff, like I have like a lot of stuff that I have like never even used, or I've like only used once. I don't even remember using this foundation, like honestly. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of that. I'm going to challenge myself to like, I'm really going to challenge myself to not buy any more makeup. Like I am the ultimate makeup addict, and I think I have a problem, you guys. Like I seriously do. Whenever I go somewhere, I just have to buy a piece of makeup. Like it doesn't matter. I can be going to buy a freaking broom and I will walk out of there with some makeup. So I'm challenging myself. Maybe you guys can join me in that challenge. I am not going to be spending any more money on makeup. I am going to just go through my makeup collection, which I have 6 drawers full of makeup in countless like little containers. Like I have a container here of stuff. I've got a container here. Like I swear, I'm always saying this, but one of these days I'm really going to video my makeup collection, and not to show off or anything, but just so you guys can get insight as to, number one, why it's perfect and appropriate for me to have a YouTube channel, you know, that is focused on makeup and stuff like that. And just, yeah, so you can understand like why I have a YouTube channel about makeup. It'll all make sense once you see like my makeup collection. I'm ashamed but not ashamed at the same time, so it's like a catch-22. I guess it's not a bad addiction to have, right? I mean, there's people with other addictions, which, you know, if you do know somebody that is battling an addiction, please don't judge them. Try to help them, reach out to them and get as much help for them as you can. But my addiction is makeup, and I just feel like that's not a bad addiction to have. So, okay, back to the matter at hand. I'm sorry, you guys, I blabber a lot. I talk a lot, and I tend to get off topic. So back to the matter at hand. I am, as you see, my brows are on. I did not want to torture you guys with minutes upon minutes of me fighting with my eyebrows to get a good shape. So I did shape them off camera. I shaped them with the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Retractable Brow Pencil in the shade Medium Brown. And it's a pretty good brow product. I mean, as you know, Wet n Wild products are not really that expensive. I want to say this was maybe $3.99, $2.99, maybe $4.99. I don't know. But, you know, Wet n Wild products are not expensive, but, you know, you get a pretty good bang for your buck, you know. And again, that was in medium brown. I have not set my eyebrows yet, and that's what I am about to do now in front of you guys. Do I have? I know I have a, oh yes. Okay, so I have actually 2 of Wet n Wild's Ultimate Brow Mascaras. I've got this one here, and once again, this is Wet n Wild's Ultimate Brow Mascara, and this is in the shade You Got Auburn. And this here, this one's like an orangey type color, you know, auburn. So I don't know if I might use that at like the front of my brows to give it like a little gradient ombre look, but this one here is the same product but in the shade Nothing But Brunette. So, and that's what this one here looks like. So I think I'm going to use this one here to just set my brows. Yeah, I'm just going to use this one. I'm not going to use the auburn one. Just to set. And it does lighten my brow a little bit, which I don't mind because I do rock a blonde hair color, as you guys can see. And I do like for my brows to be a little bit lighter sometimes. Just a little bit lighter. The brows aren't perfect, which I never expect them to be. So this is it. This is the brow. Now this brow product here is really good. I have actually used this quite a lot, actually, this color here. And I've actually worn this before. Like I said, I don't know why I keep repeating myself. But when I wore it, I do recall getting a good result from this. It's long lasting. It kept my brows in place. They didn't budge. So once it sets down, your brows do not move, but it doesn't set to like a hard feel. Like you still get that softness. So that's why I like those. So the brows are done, so now we're gonna focus on the face and get ready to do that. I'm just using my red sponge to just wipe away any excess oil that I might have, because I did, before I, did my brows and everything, I prepped my skin by washing my face, putting on some moisturizer, my St. Ives Collagen Elastin moisturizer. So I'm just wiping away any excess moisturizer that has not been absorbed into my skin yet. And I also need to marinate my lips, because I know y'all are like, Lord, girl, just put a little on so the lips can marinate. I feel like there's some areas in my brows and some things I can do to my brows to perfect them, but y'all, it is what it is. All right, so now I'm gonna go in for some primer, and I am going to shake this up. I'm gonna be using Wet n Wild's Photo Focus Face Primer Matte. And I just like to shake this up because this is a water-based primer. So if you let it sit for a good while in your makeup drawer, it might separate. The ingredients might separate, so. And I do like the water-based products. I mean, look, I like any type of primer, as long as it keeps my skin, my oily skin at bay, and keeps the oil from breaking down the makeup. I don't care. It can be water-based, silicone-based. I do not care. And I'm just putting a little of that primer under my eyes because that helps or prevents any concealer that I put there from creasing into my fine lines. And they actually do have, I can't think of the name of it, but it's a product specifically for your under eye that you can put under there, and it prevents the concealer from creasing. I don't know if it's like a concealer, under eye concealer primer or something like that. I can't remember the name of it. Did I rub? I think I rubbed my eyebrow away. Oh no, it's still there. I felt like I rubbed my eyebrow away, but I did not. And I just want to put a little bit on my smile lines as well. Focus there. Because sister girl laughs a lot, so I have laugh lines. Okay, so I haven't worn this in a while, so I'm really not familiar with how it feels, how it, you know, the feeling of it, but oh my God, like my skin feels so smooth and baby soft. And I feel like it literally filled in my pores and blurred my skin a little bit. I don't know, can you guys tell? Does it look like that to y'all? Or is she imagining things? I don't know. Whatever. Okay, so I found this liquid highlighter by Wet n Wild. It's the Mega Glow Hello Halo liquid highlighter in the shade Go With The Glow. And I like to take my liquid highlighters and I like to just put it all over my face before I do my foundation, just as like a complexion enhancer, and I've said this before in my other videos, to give that glowing from within look underneath the foundation. So I've never done that with this because I honestly didn't even know I had this until I went through and found it in my collection. So I'm going to just rub it all over my face, and we're gonna see how it goes, see how it works out. Not putting it directly underneath my eye. That's not bad. And I think I waited too long at the forehead, so I'm just gonna warm up my fingers a little bit and just help move that product around. There we go. I feel like it gave me a good little sheen. So yeah, with your liquid products, if you kind of waited too long to start working it into your skin and it kind of got settled into one spot, just rub your fingers together and get them warm, and that warmth will help you move the product around your face. I think that worked out pretty good so far. We're gonna see how it looks underneath the foundation. Don't want to talk too soon, but I'm liking it so far. So that was actually my first time ever doing it with this product. I usually do it with this here, Black Radiance, which technically is the same. For those of you that did not know, Black Radiance and Wet n Wild are sister companies. They're owned by the same company, Markwin or Merwin. I don't know. One or the other, Markwin or Merwin. So they're sister companies, which is technically like they're the same companies. So yeah. That's that little tidbit of information for you guys. Okay, so gonna start on the complexion process. Well, we're on the complexion process already. But we're gonna go in with the foundation now. And I like to stay hydrated, you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the Photo Focus foundation in the shade Espresso. And this claim to fame is, it says goodbye photo flashback. It helps eliminate white particle reflection. It's been tested under 7 light conditions with top smartphone models with and without flash. So you don't have to worry about any flashback with this. It's like the perfect photo makeup. So we're gonna shake this because it's been, I honestly did not even know I had this when I was going through my makeup and I found it. I was like, oh, okay. Because I was anticipating using a foundation by Black Radiance because like I said, they're the same, they're like sister companies. So, and it's got a paddle, an application paddle, just like Black Radiance. If I can find it in here. See, this is Black Radiance. And this is their Color Perfect oil-free foundation and same paddle. Let me show you guys because I don't want you guys to think that I'm like using the same paddle. This is Black Radiance paddle. This is Wet n Wild's paddle. Oh God, I got it on my table here. Drip drop. So yeah, and I have a feeling that the formula is gonna be the same as Black Radiance because like I said, I don't even remember wearing this, but I have it. So it smells like makeup. It's supposed to smell. I mean, it doesn't smell bad. So, and this again is in the shade Espresso. Putting it everywhere possible. Ooh, and I'm actually going to use, I have some Wet n Wild brushes. So I am going to use this flathead brush. I like to call it a foundation brush. And I'm going to use my little sponge thing to clean it a little bit. Okay, remove some of the product that was already on there because I haven't cleaned my brushes in like a week, you guys. Don't judge me. Okay, so here we go, you guys. I kind of feel like I could have used the beauty sponge with this because it's not a full coverage. I'm getting a medium coverage vibe from here. I'm getting medium coverage, you guys. Ooh, it dries down fast. Just like the Black Radiance, it dries down fast. I need my little fish brush here. Getting those hard to reach places. Go around my eyebrows without wiping them away. So yeah, this definitely, it dries fast. So when you put it on your face, don't be wasting time talking like me. So this is definitely a buildable coverage. This is after one application. And like I said, I feel like it's medium coverage. So medium coverage I prefer versus full coverage, because with full coverage, there's no, I mean, at least with medium coverage, you can build up. When you put on a full coverage foundation, that first application, that's it. Wham, bam, full coverage. You can't, that's it. I mean, you can go back over a full coverage foundation with a wet beauty sponge. But, yeah. Anywho, I like medium coverage because it's buildable. I'm just going to use a little bit more, like one more. It's a pretty good match. Haven't worn it in a minute, so I didn't know what I was going to be getting. And that again is in the shade Espresso. Not bad. Do I have, I'm wondering if I have a concealer by Wet n Wild. Hold on, you guys, let me see. Oh, I do actually. I forgot to pull it out and find it. So yeah, I have a concealer by Wet n Wild. It is gonna be Photo Focus Concealer in the shade Dark Cocoa. Photo Focus Concealer in the shade Dark Cocoa. 845B Dark Cocoa. Ew. See, you know you have too much makeup when you can't even, like, I can't even tell you guys how this is gonna, this is even gonna be a good match for me. Like, I think I maybe have worn this one time. I don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna go over this with another concealer, which I'm not gonna say the name, but I'm just gonna go over it with another concealer that's a little bit my match, and just and I might go back over it again with another application of the Wet n Wild concealer. First, I just want to see. Okay, I think that's pretty good, I think. I'm going to let this sit for a little bit before blending it in. I wanted to get it to get like a little bit tacky, because when you let your concealer sit before blending it, it kind of thickens it and makes it a little bit more fuller coverage than what it is, so you get a better blend and a better coverage. But it's not bad. I'm just gonna go in with another little swipe of the Wet n Wild concealer, just for a brightening effect here. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, that is pretty good. And I'm gonna do a little bit more. I'm sorry, you guys. This is like a concealer. This is turning into a concealer video. Go back underneath. Okay. Because I have discoloration by my mouth, like it's darker. So I just wanted to lighten that up a little bit. A nose ring. All right, so that is pretty good. So what do you guys think? The foundation, the Wet n Wild foundation is pretty good. I'm not having as bad of experience as I had with the Black Radiance foundation. If you guys haven't seen my video with that, I'll put that in the link. It was pretty good. The Black Radiance foundation was really good. It like oxidized and got darker than I preferred. So yeah. All right, so I'm gonna set my face now with okay, so this is the thing with the setting powder. I don't have, like, I have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus translucent powder. So I'm kind of thinking that I want to I don't know if I want to use this or go in with Black Radiance's finishing powder, because once again they're the same company, like they're sister companies. Okay, yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that. First off, I'm sorry you guys, I'm like all over the place. I'm just gonna set underneath my eyes. I'm gonna set the concealer. Wait, no, that's not the brush I want to use. I don't know, you guys. I get confused by what brush I want to use, so that's like most of my makeup time is trying to figure out what freaking brush I want to use. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in, I guess, and I'll set my under eye with some of that Wet n Wild translucent powder, which you know what, I actually like translucent powder for the simple fact that it doesn't, I don't know. It's just translucent. It doesn't take away from anything. It doesn't add anything. It just does what it needs to do, which is set your complexion, set your concealer, set your foundation. So I'm just going in with the smaller brush and setting my concealer. I think that's what I'm just going to use all over my face. I'm just going to use the translucent powder to set. And then I'm going to go all over my face with a bigger brush, and I'm going to set. I'm going to set my face. And you know what, guys? My battery's dying, so hold on 1 second. Be right back. Okay, you guys, I'm back. Sorry, I had to plug in my phone because I forgot to do that before I did the video, and my battery was actually dying and I was getting an alert. So, okay, now I'm just going in all over my face with some translucent powder. This is Wet n Wild's Photo Focus Translucent Powder. Just to set everything that I've done. And I sometimes like to run the brush over my brows to set them. And sweep that away. I'm a granny with gray eyebrows. And just sweep away that. And it just helps your brows last longer throughout the day. Helps set them. And as they set longer, the color saturation will come back in my brows. Okay, so I have set my face pretty much with that translucent powder. Put a little focus on my laugh lines. Frown lines. I'm just doing this here to get ready to do my eyeshadow, and I don't want any fallout. All right, you guys. And this is just, you know, I don't want the foundation or anything to settle into my laugh lines, and that powder is there. It's lightly baking. When I brush it away, it'll just be a smooth canvas. So that's what's going on now. Okay, so now I'm going to get ready to do my eyeshadow, and I'm going to prime my eyelids with the Photo Focus Eyeshadow Primer. This is really good. I have used this on regular before. I want to say I even used it in my last video. So yeah, this is a pretty good thick eyeshadow primer. And it is an eyeshadow primer that you do have to let set to dry down. But boy, once she dries, oof, this is a really, really good, it gives you a good canvas to lay your eyeshadow on. It prevents creasing, it extends the longevity of your eyeshadow. It gives you good color payoff. And Wet n Wild, if you're not familiar with Wet n Wild, which I refuse to believe that somebody may not be familiar with Wet n Wild, but you know, you never know. If you are not familiar with them, they are they're very affordable. Like, they're drugstore, super affordable products, good quality products. I've been wearing Wet n Wild since I was in high school. And I'm 38 now, and I'm still wearing Wet n Wild. Their quality has definitely significantly improved throughout the years. So, yeah. I am not mad at them. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and just brush away . Brush away. that powder. All right, so my primer is dried down. My lids are like bone dry, and we are ready for some eyeshadow, which is the fun part. So, okay, now I don't know where we're gonna go with this look as far as eyeshadow, because I have one, two. Okay, I've got two. Yeah, so I have two eyeshadow palettes. I really love Wet n Wild's eyeshadow palettes for the simple fact that if you are a makeup newbie, you're new with makeup, experimenting with it for the first time, a lot of their palettes have, well, it's rubbed away there, but they indicate to you, I used this palette before, but it indicates, you know, what you can use as the transition color. As you can see, I've used this as the transition color before because it's like rubbed away. So this is one palette. This is their Wet n Wild Color Icon Comfort Zone. Oh yeah, oh my god, yeah. And see what I told you guys? If you're new to makeup, they give you a diagram of, you know, how to place the eyeshadow, where to place it to get a good look. So if you're new to makeup and you don't want to splurge, which makes perfect sense, because when I was new to makeup, I was not splurging like I was a teenager, so I couldn't splurge. So of course I gravitated towards Wet n Wild makeup. I definitely would suggest that you give them a look, because they give you guidance on how to apply your makeup. They just don't expect for you to buy their makeup, you know, spend your money on their makeup and not know how to use it. They want you to know how to use it. So this color here, this color eyeshadow palette is also, it's a smaller Color Icon eyeshadow palette. And, well, it doesn't have like their eyeshadow. Their eyeshadow palettes don't specifically have a name. But this is another one that, have I used this one before? Okay, I guess I haven't used this one before. Like, y'all, I tell you, I just buy makeup and literally throw it in my makeup drawer. Like, I don't know. My thought process is you can never have too much makeup, and I'm literally about to break this freaking top. Let me cut this open right quick. Oh, okay, and this palette is actually, it is named, it's called Silent Treatment. And this is the Color Icon palette, and these are the shades. And see how they tell you, this one's even better. It tells you transition, eyelid color. Can you see eyelid color, crease, brow bone? So this one is really, really cool. And I can't believe I have never used this one before. Which I'm thinking, because I've used this one before, but I haven't used this one. I think I'm going to dabble between both of them, because I actually see colors in here that I like in both. All right, so I'm going to go in first with, do I want to go in with my Garage first, you guys? Yeah, I think I'm going to go in with the Garage first. And so I'm trying to use nothing but Wet n Wild products. So I'm going to be using their brushes, which I've already used their flathead brush. This is another, I believe this is a crease brush. And their brushes are super, super cheap. I purchased these brushes that I'm using on Amazon. I mean, y'all, like, not everybody wants to spend $50, $60, $70, $80 for a dang on makeup brush. To me, it's not about how much you spend on a brush. It's about knowing what to do with the brush when you get it. So you can spend 59 cents or $59 on a brush, and it's not going to make a difference for me. I'm sorry. It's just not. All right. So I'm going to go in with this color here, which is, it's translucent. It's a transition color, but I'm going to go in with the Garage with this color. I'm kind of feeling like, no, I'm actually not going to use this color. I'm going to use this color for my Garage. Or I don't know, you guys. I'm so confused. Okay, I'm just going to use this one. I'm like all over the place. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do in life. Good Lord. All right. So I'm just going to go all over my lid with this one here. And if you do hear my music in the background, I do not own any rights to any music that you hear. I'm listening to my playlist in the background. Da-da. All right, so one Garage down, one more to go. Now, one thing about Wet n Wild's eyeshadow, there's a lot of kickback in their eyeshadows. I don't know if you can see that powder there. They have a lot of kickback, and therefore they have a lot of fallout. So I do suggest that you put down some loose powder underneath your eye to catch that eyeshadow fallout, so that if you have done your complexion first, so that it doesn't mess up your complexion. Because the fallout is real on this. And I'm actually going to put down some powder. Put down some more powder, rather. I'm just going to go in with that Wet n Wild Photo Focus loose powder. Just to catch any and all fallout that may occur. And it doesn't have to be perfect, just as long as it's there. Okay. I don't know if you saw that, but like I said, there is a lot of kickback in these eyeshadows. All right, so I've got my Garage down. My Garage of color, which is my base color. I actually hate my eyebrows right now. Like, they're so not cute, but whatever. It is what it is. All right, now do I have another Wet n Wild? I do. I'm gonna go in with Wet n Wild crease brush. I think that's what it's called, a crease brush. This here was an all over fluffy eyeshadow brush. I don't know, I might be getting these names wrong, but I'm using them for what I'm using them for. Makeup is all about what you make it, what you want to do with it. So your rules are your rules. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to be using both palettes here. So I'm going to go in with this color here as a transition. And I'm gonna put it as down as a transition color, and the transition area is the space between your crease and your brow bone. So like it's this area here for me. This is gonna be the crease where I'm stabbing myself, and so this small space here is where you would want to put down your transition color. I always want to say translucent color when I'm talking about transition, you guys. Just gonna put down a little bit. Now their colors are very, very blendable. So just because their makeup is cheap and inexpensive, I hate saying cheap. Like people, please don't get it misconstrued when you, just because a product is lower priced than the other luxury brand stuff doesn't mean the quality is not as good. Because I've seen some creative makeup looks come together out of some Dollar Tree makeup. So, and I actually have some Dollar Tree makeup actually. I'm one chick that's not ashamed. I'm not trying to keep up with the Joneses or anything. I got cheap makeup. I have a few luxury items. Can I purchase nothing but luxury items? Yeah, I can. Will I be a snob and do just that? No. Because I'm not going to be paying for a celebrity's name. I'm just not going to do it. Okay, so I'm going to actually dab this in my little color change sponge. With no color, I'm just going to go back in with that same brush. And my son's looking at me to... Okay, are you going to do it now, babe?
Yeah.
Or do you want to wait for me to finish? Huh?
You said do it quick, so.
Alright, I'm almost finished. Your dad called and told you to do that? I'm almost finished. Alright, so I think I'm going to go in now with this deeper color here. Goodness gracious. So I believe I'm going to go in with this color here, this deeper color. Yeah. At the crease. This is, oh my god, this is actually a very pigmented color. We're going to see how it lays down. I don't know if I want to use this, but we'll see. We are going to see. I'm just going to go in at the crease. With this color here. Oh, hey, color pigment. That is a very saturated crease. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at how saturated that is. I actually need to just blend that down a little bit because that I was not expecting. Wow, I was not expecting that. I'm gonna dip into that transition color, I'm sorry. And just blend over that deep color at the crease. I'll be finished in just a minute, okay? Ooh, I'm liking that. And I just want to go back over it. I'm going to dab a little bit back in there in that deep crease color. Oh. Wow. It's going to go on the opposite eye, do the same thing. Wow, like look at how, wow. I'm sorry, you guys. I just wasn't expecting that much pigment to come out. Wow. And I think I want to bring it out a little bit. It's all about blending. And I think I need to go over this eye a little bit with that transition color to blend it down. I want to blend it down and then build it back up, because that way you get that dimension. And when you blend the colors together, you get that more plush look, you get that dimension. The colors look like they're married together in perfect harmony. I just want to bring that down a little bit. I've really been into like bringing eyeshadows down to the bridge of my nose a little bit. Don't ask me why. Just being extra. And also I'm going back over with that transition color because because the transition color can easily get lost in the sauce. And I don't want that to happen. I just want all the colors to be able to blend and be seen. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back over with the crease color. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And this is kind of like off topic a little bit, but I binge watched Tyler Perry's The Oval. I'm addicted. I'm totally addicted. And after I finish like all the available seasons from that, I'm going to start, I'm going to get into The Sisters. Is it Sisters or The Sisters as well? I don't know. People don't really care too much for Tyler Perry, but I don't know. I like his stuff. I like Tyler Perry's stuff, so it is what it is. Okay, so we're blended. Everything is pretty good. Now the colors, like I said, the Wet n Wild colors blend really good together. Like I'm really liking it. I'm just trying to figure out, I don't know what color I want to put down on my eyelid. I think I'm going to go I think let's see, okay, I'm just gonna go with the color. Because I've done blue before. I don't know if I want to go with this color or with this color, which specifically says eyelid. I think I'm gonna try this color here. I'm gonna go with that. Just to see how it looks. If it doesn't look good, oh well, we'll just go with it. It is what it is. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna go in with this color here. Like makeup is having to make a choice between what shade you want in a palette sometimes is like the hardest decision a woman will ever have to make in her life, okay? So I'm actually gonna go not all over my lid. Ooh, but do I? Oh, I think I might. Ooh, I think I'm gonna go all over my lid. Or do I? I don't know if I want to or not. I don't know, you guys. That's a pretty color. I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera, but it looks really pretty in person. I'm just gonna go do the same thing. My other. This is a pretty color. It's like a sparkly blackish blue. It's like a flip-flop color. And it's really pretty. For some reason, I can't get it to be as potent on this eye as it is on that one. Or am I going crazy? I don't know. I'm actually gonna go in with a brush that's not a Wet n Wild brush. I'm just gonna go in with a packing brush and just pack this color on my lid. Just pack it on. So I'm trying to look to see what color I'm going to go with next, because I really like this. It's like an emeraldy, greeny, smoky black. It's like a flip-flop color, because one minute it looks blue and the next minute it looks green. I'm just packing it in to get the same amount of intensity on each eye. Okay. So now I'm just gonna go in now with this actual eyelid color here. And we're just gonna see how this looks on this part here of my eyelid, whatever part that we're gonna call that, my inner eyelid. I'm just gonna pack it in. With that packing brush. How does that look? So it's like a purpley color on the inner, like the inner corner, inner V of my eyelid, with this like mystical green color on the center lid to outer V portion of my eyelid. And I'm gonna go in with my blending brush, the Wet n Wild blending brush, and just blend. And I'm doing what I'm using is my Mrs. Deer Quick Color Removal. It's a makeup brush dry clean sponge. As you can see, I've been using it. And it just allows me to switch between the colors. And this is really good if you only have one makeup brush to use, or if you only want to use one makeup brush for your eye look. You can quickly switch between colors. And And I thought that I had like a skinnier Wet n Wild brush, which I cannot find at the moment. So we're gonna just move on, I guess. Oh, here it is. I'm trying to grab it with my nails. Okay. So I'm gonna take this really skinny Wet n Wild angled brush. It's an angled brush. And I wanna go in at my inner corner here with this. Oh no, ooh, which one do I want? Yeah, I'm actually gonna go in with this color here. It's like a champagne-y color on my end, like a light champagne-y color. And I'm just gonna go in. Ooh, that's not as sparkly as I thought it would be. Ooh, it's not as sparkly as I thought it would be. I'm really just having to go over this like over and over again to try to get some kind of payoff. But it is what it is. Okay. Okay, for my lower lid, I'm going to take, I'm trying to find a pencil brush, y'all. Okay, I do have a eyeshadow smudge brush, which I like to call them pencil brushes. This is by another brand, but I'm going to be using it in this video because I can't find any of my pencil brushes amongst my collection. I mean, I have some, but I'm just not going to waste y'all's time trying to look for it. Okay. All right, so I am going to go, I'm working on my lower lash line, and I'm going to go in with this color here that I used at my crease. And I'm gonna have at it at my lower lash line. I'm gonna smudge it out, smoke it out. Okay, I'm going to go to the other. We're definitely creating a look with this, you guys. With Wet n Wild. Okay. And now I am going to dab my brush in the color here that I used initially. Well, not initially, but that I used on my center to outer lid. And I'm going to go over the black color. And I'm going to add that. Okay, I think we're good. Okay. I do have a black liner. It's a gel liner from Wet n Wild. It's the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Wet n Wild Breakup Proof waterproof retractable eyeliner in the shade Blackest Black. Goodness gracious. There you go. Shade Blackest Black. And it's a retractable gel liner. That's a very pigmented line, you guys. That's a very pigmented line. Oh, and it's kind of smudge proof, waterproof like it said, so it does not smudge off easily. So I'm just gonna go with this over my eyelid at my lash line. I'm not going to go perfect. It's not going to be like a perfect line because I'm not going to wing it out or anything. I just want some definition there. And I'm going to go at my waterline. Doing the same thing on the other eye. We're not winging it out, we're just adding definition at the lash line. So this gel liner, it's not my fave. I mean, it's called a gel liner, but it's not going on as smooth as a gel liner. It's almost like it's drying out. The longer that I'm using it, the more that it's drying out. So that's that observation. And then I'm gonna go at my waterline. It's like, what is going on? Jeez Louise. All right, not really big fan of the liner, but we have an eyeline. So that is that. Now we're gonna move on to my favorite part, which is the mascara. So I have two of the same mascaras. Okay, so I have Wet n Wild's Prime and Seal. Wait, is this what? This is Wet n Wild, right? Yes. Okay. This is Wet n Wild's Prime and Seal. Hold on, you guys. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. My son trying to see what he needs, and I'm trying to do my video. Okay, so I've got the Wet n Wild Prime and Seal mascara, and that comes with the lash fibers. Why I have two of these, I don't know, but it comes with the lash fibers. And I thought that I had and I also have the Wet n Wild Renegade mascara in the shade Brazen Black. So I don't know if I'm gonna use, maybe I'll use both mascaras. Okay, I think I'm gonna use both mascaras. Trying to hurry up because my son needs me to help him with something, so I'm trying to hurry up. Now look at this brush. Isn't that cool? So cool. Oh, my allergies are starting to act up, you guys. So this doesn't really separate the lashes that great, but it is a very pigmented mascara, and once you really work with it, work that brush along your lashes, it starts to separate them somehow eventually. And I totally forgot to comb through my lashes before I started putting on this mascara. But for me to have not combed through my lashes, it's not, the mascara is not doing too bad. I like to record better on this camera sometimes versus my actual video camera, because my video camera doesn't autofocus, and for some reason whenever I put on my mascara on that camera, it doesn't really, the resolution isn't that great, so you can't really get the full effect of when I put the mascara on. You can't really get that full effect of my lashes. But I kind of feel that I'm recording from my phone today. So my phone is actually better than the actual video recorder that I paid for. That doesn't autofocus. So this mascara is actually really, really good. Oh, wow. Now we're gonna work on the lower lash line. Now with this ball at the end, I really like it because I feel like I can just go like that. Do a quick little swipe. Oh, I just love this mascara. I was a little weary of it when I first started putting it on a few minutes ago, but wow. Now we're gonna do the lower lash line with that same little ball. I'm just gonna take it like I did my other eye and just swipe. I've got like a long lash in my inner corner that's falling down. I'm gonna put another coat on my lower lash line, top lash. And then we're gonna work on our complexion. I think I might go in with a little color at my brow bone, but nothing too extravaganza. Okay. I do think I'm gonna go in with a little color at the brow bone, but I don't want anything sparkly. So I am going to go in with this color here at my brow bone. And we're gonna just do a little bit of color there just to refine everything. I gotta get this look together and finish this video because my son's waiting for me to help him with something. So he's like, Mom, hurry up. Get the blending brush and just do a subtle blend of everything. Okay, and do the same thing up the other eye, brow bone. Okay, go back in with the blending brush and just blend it all ever so slightly. See how when you put a little refinement at the brow bone, how it makes that eye look like totally pop a little bit? Okay. Gonna sweep away everything from underneath the eye, and then we're gonna finish off our complexion, you guys, and we're gonna be done. But before I do that, this eyelash that's right here, I don't know if you guys can see it, she is about to work my last nerve. Okay, there. Okay, so now we're going to finish off our complexion with our remaining Wet n Wild products, you guys, and we're going to have a look. We are going to have a look. So far, that's the eyes right now. So I'm going to do a little, I don't have any blush, which actually I just realized I don't have a Wet n Wild blush. Which I think, trying to figure out which blush I want to use, or find a blush to use rather. Actually, I have a black Radiance blush, which, like I said, it's technically like the same company. So I'm just going to go in with this blush. It is their Artisan Color Baked Blush in the color Fard. I'm sorry, Fard. The fard is right there. That's where I got fard from. But it's in the shade Brick House. She's that brick. How? So this is the color. And again, this is Black Radiance, which they're sister companies. So it is all right that I oh, that is pretty. Oh, that's so pretty. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, I think I went a little too heavy. I always go too heavy with my blushes, but it's okay. It is all right. Whenever you feel like you have went a little heavy on the blush, you can just go over. What did I do with that? I'm just gonna go over it with a little finishing powder, which is a pressed powder, and just dim it a little bit. Just a little. Just to dim it down. I always go overboard with my blushes. I don't know why. I just love blush. Okay, so that is, I feel like I should have contoured a little bit, but it's okay. Now I want to go in with a highlight. And I do have a couple highlighters that I've got. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Illuminating Palette. It's a highlighting palette and it's got like different little colors there. It's pretty cool. I've got this one here that I've never used. It's never been opened. It's Wet n Wild's Hello Halo blush with the highlighter combo. I've got another one, same in a different shade. It's so hard. And then I've got another one, Mega Glow highlighting powder. This is in the shade. Okay, it doesn't say what shade, but this is, it's like a gold highlighter. So do I want to be a, I guess I'm going to do like a little gold. I'm going to go gold. I'm going to go gold, you guys. Oh, that was kind of disappointing. This is the gold. No, it's not bad. It's kind of pretty. And I like to bring it, the highlighter down to the apples of my cheeks a little. That's not bad. Get a good little glow going on. Mm. Ooh, I like that. This is the Mega Glow highlighter. I don't know why it doesn't have a name. I don't know. But I just love the gold, the goldiness of it all. Okay. So now I think I'm just gonna do my moles and then we're gonna add a lip and we are going to be done with our look, you guys. We are gonna be done with our look. My son's like over there so irritated because like I said, he's waiting for me to help him with something. So he's like so irritated right now. Look at that. Oh God, you guys. Ah. I just ruined. Jeez Louise. Well, I got a little mark there of liner, but it is what it is. We'll just act like it's not there. Okay, so we're almost done. Like, we are almost done. Now we just have to play in some lipstick and we'll be done. So I have like a lot of lip looks here, lip products. Trying to figure out which one to use is gonna be a big deal. Let's see. I have this Bordeaux color. It's the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit High Shine Lipstick in the shade Devil's Advocate. Oh, it's like a Bordeaux-y type of color. Ooh, and I have it even deeper. Like, ooh, look at that. That's an even deeper color. This is in the same lipstick. It's in the shade Late Night Done Right. Liquid Catsuit. And this was in Late Night Done Right. You know what? I think out of all the lip products, I think I'm gonna go in between one of these. But I'm trying to figure out which one to do. This one here is a very deep, deep color. Like, look at that. And then we have this Bordeaux-like color. I just can't decide. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, that's deep. Oh, that's a deeply rich color, you guys. What do you think? Wow. I like it. Totally unexpected look. Let me put a little, because this spot where I put a little bit of the liner when I was doing my moles and it rubbed off a little bit is like annoying me. I just want to take a little bit of this blush and just add a little bit of it to have some cohesiveness with my look. This lip look is taking the look to like a totally different level. Like it kicked things up a notch, like seriously. Look at that. I think we have a look, you guys. And this was created with Wet n Wild. I think altogether this look probably was, at the most, this look would be like $20, $25, $30 at the most. This entire look, I guarantee it. So we're gonna set things off with a setting spray. And so we're gonna end this makeup session with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Matte Finish Setting Spray. Gonna just shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your setting spray. Shake your setting spray. Ow. It's my official setting spray song, you guys. All right, so here we go. Let's set it off. Ooh. Got a big little splat there. Fan things down. It doesn't really spray out with the finest mist as far as the setting spray, but it sprays out, so. It sprays out, you guys. So once everything, oh God, it's like dry. Dry, Pepito, dry. This little area here, the way it sprayed out, it just sprayed out like in a splat, so. That one little area. I'm gonna go with one more coat of mascara and we are done, you guys, with the Wet n Wild look. Because you know you can never have too many coats of mascara, right? Okay, and I just have to, with the deeper colors, sometimes I just like to go like that so that you don't get any lipstick on your teeth. Do one more coat. This little area right here will not, there we go. And that, ladies and gentlemen, my fabulous people, this is the Wet n Wild look. Tell me what you think about it. Did not imagine that this would be the look that we end up with, but we are here. We are here. This is where we are. Do a little pointiness here. Look at that. Oh, this look is amazing. This look is fabulous. Tell me how fabulous this look is, you guys. Tell me what you think about it. Please comment below what you think of the look, how you feel about it. I'm like totally obsessed with this look. I think this might be one of my top 5 favorite looks so far. So you guys, this is the look. Comment below, let me know what you think. Please like and share my video. And if you have not done so already, please subscribe to my channel. And thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. I will see you on the next video. Have a wonderful day. Bye, you guys. This is the Wet n Wild look. Like it, live it, love it. Bye.